Hey guys, kia ora. Here's a little sequence to stretch the backs of your legs and your hips and your lower back. You'll need a strap. If you don't have a strap, you can use a belt or a tie, it's fine. So it's mainly laying down on your back, so it's quite a relaxing sequence and quite suitable for beginners as well. So just coming down onto the floor and have your strap within reach, knees are bent, and lifting your hips off the floor, slide your tailbone towards your feet, so really finding some nice length through the lower back. And just bringing your hands onto your belly, or maybe one hand on the chest, one hand on the belly, just wherever it feels right for you. Feel free to close your eyes, relaxing the shoulders down. Just make sure that the lower back is comfortable. Just taking a few deep breaths here. Breathing into the chest, down through the lungs, and feeling the diaphragm move down, expanding the belly. And as you exhale, feeling a softening, a sense of letting go, releasing. 2 more long deep breaths, breathing in through the nose, down into the chest and the belly, expanding. And exhaling, relaxing. 1 more on your own time. And then just taking your right knee towards your chest and bring your hands behind your right thigh. So just going to gently draw the thigh towards your body. If that's quite comfortable for you, you can bring your hand around the front of the right shin, and if you want to extend into it a little bit more, straighten your left leg out. So holding it there. Make sure your chin is slightly tucked in, feeling softness around the back of the neck and the shoulders. And with the exhale, gently squeezing the thigh towards your body. As you inhale, you might like to release a little bit, just softening, and then exhaling, squeezing, pushing down through the left thigh. If you want more work, try to draw the toes back towards you, pointing the toes up towards the ceiling. So from there, just gently releasing back a little. Take your hands behind the thigh and then raise your lower leg upwards. So the thigh can be a little bit away from your body if you need to, but try to keep the leg bent. It's going to circle from the knee joint, so the lower leg is straight and the movement comes from the knee. Sometimes we don't have a huge range of movement, and try to feel all the ligaments and tendons working, so taking it to that full range of movement, and then changing, going back the other way. Finding a nice even rhythm with your breath. And then from there, take your strap, keeping your knee bent, bring the strap around the ball of your right foot, sliding the hands up the strap. The elbows can be slightly bent if you need to. It's good to have the shoulders moving back towards the floor, so keeping soft through the shoulders, and then gently pushing that right leg away, creating a straight leg. So some of you may need to take that leg further away, and if you're still finding it's quite tight, then bend that left leg. That will give you a lot more space to move. And feel a sense of breathing into the back of the right leg, or wherever you're feeling resistance or tightness. Creating a little bit of movement, breath by breath, so you're not trying to force it, finding a comfortable tension, healthy tension, not struggling or stressing the body too much. And then in time you might find you can begin to draw that foot a little bit further overhead. You might want to straighten the leg out. Just play around with it, find what works for you, really tuning into your body. A couple more breaths here. then take the straps into your right hand, take your left arm out to the side, try to press down through your left leg and hip, and if that's quite strong for you, you can bend the left leg and have the knee moving out towards the left a little bit. So we're going to take our right leg out to the side, pushing away into the right foot. If you need support, you can bring your right elbow down to the floor. So you can either have the left knee bent, letting the knee relax out to the left to counterbalance, or if you want to make it a bit stronger, just straighten that left leg and then take the leg out. Some of you might be able to take it towards the floor. Other of you might be able to just keep it up there, just finding your limitation. Breathing into it. When you're ready, inhaling, taking that leg out to the top. Switch hands, so your left hand is now holding the straps. Take your right arm out to the side, plugging that right shoulder down into the floor, and then slowly rolling onto your left hip, creating a little twist here. It can be quite strong, so if you're finding that it's intense, allow your left elbow to rest on the floor to give you a little bit of support. And just adjusting, creating more space underneath your body if you need it. And you can keep taking that hip over if the body allows. Some of you may be able to reach the floor with your right foot, but again, we're not forcing it. There's no competition. We're not trying to force and strain the body. So 2 more breaths there. Try to feel a sense of releasing, letting go with the exhale. And then using that strap, as you inhale, slowly bring the leg back up, guiding it up gently. And then using the strap again if you need to straighten the leg away from your body. And then just resting the foot down to the floor. Feel free to give the leg a little bit of a shake, letting it integrate all that stretching. And then we'll move to the other side. So starting with your knees bent again, just make sure your tailbone is lengthened. Bringing your left knee towards your chest. Take the strap away from you for a moment. So holding the back of the left thigh is the easy option, or you can bring your hands around the front shin, gently bringing that thigh towards the left side of your belly. And as you inhale, you might like to just release a little bit, and then exhale, squeezing down. Press down through that right leg, spreading the toes out, pointing the toes up towards the sky or the ceiling. And from there, just taking your hands back behind the thigh, raising the lower leg upwards, rotating from the knee. So the ankle is still, the lower leg is still, the movement comes from the knee joint. Circling it out, finding that full range of movement so you feel that the work is there. You can feel the ligaments and tendons working. Changing direction, going back the other way. So these rotations are really good for stiffness in the joints. They help to increase the synovial fluid, the movement, to lubricate the joints. Relaxing that leg down for a moment. Take hold of your strap, bring the strap around the ball of the left foot, pushing the foot gently up towards the ceiling. If you need to, that leg can be further away from you. Just slide your hands down the strap. If it's still quite tight, bend your right leg. Just make sure your lower back feels grounded. Finding a straight leg, and then from there breathing into it. So gently pushing the knee away, getting space around the left thigh. So again, if you want a little bit more, you can straighten that leg out, drawing the foot further overhead. long, deep breaths. Breathing into any tightness, finding space with the inhale. As you exhale, feel a sense of softening, always finding some ease within the pose. Relax the jaw and the shoulders. One more deep breath in and out. From there, just bringing the straps into your left hand. Take your right arm out to the side. So again, the easier option here is to bend your right knee and just let it roll out a little bit to counterbalance as you take your left leg outwards, pushing away into the ball of the left foot. If you find that quite easy, you can straighten the right leg out. Try to keep the right hip and buttock connected to the floor. Taking that leg out breath by breath. One more deep breath in and out. On your inhale, raising the leg back up to the top. Take your time and then keeping that length through the leg, slowly lowering it back down, and feel free to hold the strap to support it as you take it down. Just giving it a little bit of a jiggle to release any tension. And then bringing both knees up towards you, have the big toes just slightly touching. Your hands are on the tops of the knees, on the kneecaps. I'm just going to take the knees towards you and out. As you inhale, move the knees away from you. Exhaling as you bring the knees in towards your body, rolling them out and away from you on the inhale. Keeping the big toes connected if possible. Feeling that nice rotation into the hips, loosening the hip joints. You also feel the spine moving down towards the floor as your knees come towards you and moving away from the floor. So you're getting a little bit of movement there, like the cat-cow movement into the spine. Then changing direction, going back the other way. Again, you're exhaling as the knees come towards your body and inhaling as the knees move away. So letting your breath create your rhythm. And sometimes as the energy starts to move through the body, you can create a soft sigh, just letting it go. And then the next time you bring your knees back towards your body, just take your hands around the fronts of your shins. If that's difficult for you, you can hold the backs of your thighs, softening, taking 3 long deep breaths there. From there, when you're ready, bringing your feet down to the floor. So your knees are bent, your feet are hip width apart. Take your right foot across the front of your left thigh and then lifting your left foot off the floor, holding the back of your left thigh. So your right hand goes between your legs, your left hand goes around the outside of your left thigh. Try to make sure that your left foot is on the outside of your left knee and gently pushing that right knee away from you. Right foot should be on the outside of your left knee. And then from there, gently bringing the leg a little bit closer to increase that stretch. So we're getting right into that hip area. If you find it difficult to hold your leg, you can use a strap. So you can take a strap around the front of the shin, or you might find it more comfortable around the back of the thigh. If you want to increase that work, draw the toes of your right foot towards your right knee and lengthening the tailbone down towards the floor. One more deep breath in and out. Bringing your left foot down to the floor and then release that right foot. Just checking that you're in line. Feet are hip width apart. Taking your left leg across the front of your right thigh so the foot is on the outside of the right thigh. Raising your right foot off the floor, holding the back of your right leg. Your left hand goes between your legs and your right hand is around the outside. Gently guiding that right thigh towards your body. Check that your right knee is in line with your shoulder. If you want a little bit more work, draw the toes of the left foot towards your left knee, gently moving the left thigh away from you. Long, deep breaths. Relaxing the shoulders, just check your neck is soft. One more deep breath in and out. As you exhale, slowly lowering your legs down, release that left foot and take your feet towards the outside edge of your mat. So just check that your body is lined up on the center of your mat and allow the edges of your feet, the outside edges of your feet to be in line with the long side of the mat and allowing the knees to drop in towards each other. You may need to play around to be comfortable, so feel free to adjust if you need to. And then bringing your hands on your belly, one hand on the belly, one hand at the chest or maybe the solar plexus. Letting the whole body relax there. As you inhale, breathing down into the chest to the belly. Feel that gentle rise. As you exhale, softening down. Just allowing the body to rest for a few breaths. Simply watching the breath and feeling the breath going in and out of the body. Being aware of sensations through your body. Hopefully feeling a little bit more alive and lengthened, grounded through the back of the body. Feel free to stay here for as long as you like, allowing your body to integrate the postures. Enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.